The Newbery and the Caldecott are like such a big deal. It's like the Grammys for music and the Oscars for, I don't know, TV or movies or whatever the Oscars are for. It's a really big deal, and it's happening soon. February 12th, the awards are going to be announced, and I'm so excited. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more in a little while, but it's All Pro Dad Breakfast at school, so we need to go and serve breakfast and hang out with dads and their kids. Just finished up All Pro Dad Breakfast. It's such a fun program we do here at Parma. Great opportunity to bring more dads into the school. My favorite part every time is at the very beginning. We talk about what we are proud of our kid for, and we get to share out, and the kids are just beaming. My kids beg me every month to share. My second grade daughter gets so mad at me if I don't, but I shared today, and it was fun to see their reaction. Okay, the kids are coming down now. It's time to start the day. When I come back at lunch, we'll talk about the Newbery Medal, and I have a love relationship with the Newbery and Caldecott Medal. I love them so much, but they stress me out, and I'm excited. I'm so excited to hear the announcements. It's going to be great, and I love that this award can give a life to books that maybe otherwise wouldn't have been as popular and wouldn't have been in front of as many kids. It's a great, great award, and I'm so thankful for all of the committee members that serve. I can't imagine how hard it is. I can't imagine how hard it is to follow the rules. When I have had friends on the committee, it was just like they just disappeared from the world of children's literature for a year, and they did that out of service to these wonderful committees so that we could have these great awards for kids. So, all right, here come the kids. I should probably go teach. Great morning with my awesome students. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on my love for the Newbery Medal. My friend Mr. Shu and I decided to read every single Newbery Medal winning book. We started on January 1st of 2012, and we read the very first Newbery Medal winning book, The Story of Mankind, which is this 800-page bore fest. It was not enjoyable at all. And then we read some other books, and we read some very racist books, and we read some very dated books, and it was a really hard challenge. Basically, all we did the entire first year was talk about how much we loved The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. I'll insert maybe a clip or two of my love for Ivan here. Then when we got into the second year of the Newbery Challenge, we found some really great books, and it was amazing. And it was fun to reread some old favorites, and also to get a chance to fall in love with some books that maybe we had missed over the years. It was a really great challenge to complete. It was a really great challenge to experience, especially with a friend as close as I am with Mr. Shu. I feel like it really helped grow our friendship. We were really good friends when it started, and I don't know, best friends when it ended. What I do know about that challenge was I really, really, really wanted The One and Only Ivan to win, and I was obsessed with The One and Only Ivan to win. I made this video the week before it came out that professed like the world would end almost if Ivan didn't win. Let's show you that clip now. I just can't stop thinking about Ivan winning and what that would mean for kids. And what I learned from that experience was, that's cool, Ivan won. I predicted a winner. The book I wanted to win won. That's probably never going to happen again. So try not to make predictions in the future, because it's not about what book wins for me. It's about what wins, what the committee selects. It's about a book that is distinguished and that is a book to celebrate for children's literature for that year. And it's not about me. I do fear, looking back, that I made The One and Only Ivan winning about me and my students, when that's what it's not about. It's about celebrating wonderful books and readers for ages being able to read those champion books. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to make some predictions this year. Maybe not predictions. I'm not even going to call them predictions. I'm going to call them, I'd be happy if these books won the Newbery and Caldecott Medal. These are the books that I'm rooting for, because that's another thing that I found. I'm now cheering for books that I love and book creators that I love and that I am friends with. So probably not the best strategy, but it's a fun strategy, and I cannot wait to see what wins. Anyways, I have students peeking through the window at the door, so I'm going to open that up, and I'll give you my predictions when I get back at the end of the day.
Look around, what do you see? Books, books. Are you ready to read? Gather round, what do you hear? Books,
right, the kids are on the buses. Day is over. Let's talk Caldecott. So the big question I think this year is, will Little Brown be able to make it 4 Caldecott medals in a year? Beagle, Finding Winnie, and last year's gold medal winner, Radiant Child. It'd be crazy. They could realistically win a 4th Caldecott medal in a row. I think that this is a real contender here. Brian Collier's won, I think, 4 Caldecott honors. He's got a real shot at the big prize this year. We'll see what happens. Hey, bud, see ya. The kid who just walked by, he was a huge fan of Shy by Deborah Friedman. And this year, Deborah Friedman, or in 2017, a contender for the 2018 Caldecott medal is Deborah Friedman's This House Once. This is one of my 2 books that I am rooting for, I am hoping for. Now, don't want to put any pressure on any book, but this book is exquisite. This book is just perfect from cover to cover. And I think that this book could truly win. I love reading this book aloud. I think it's absolutely magical. So the first book that I think has a real shot. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. You can't, I'm not doing it justice. I'm trying to read it really quick. It's just an absolute beautiful book. It feels Caldecott-y. Is that a verb, maybe? Feels Caldecott-y. I would not be surprised at all to hear this book called as an honor or a medalist. The next one, and it could be a possible 2-time medalist in 4 years. And that's not something that I would expect to see, but you just can't look past Dan Santat's After the Fall. It's one of the most important books of the year. It's a beautiful book. It's absolutely stunning. I love more than anything in terms of picture books of 2017 is watching people read this for the first time. Their mind will be blown. You never think about Humpty Dumpty the same ever again. It's an absolute masterpiece. You didn't think that Dan Santat could ever top the Beagle? Where's Dan Santat going to go? Beagle, After the Fall? I'm telling you, this man is just creating amazing works of distinguished literature for children. All right. That's my Caldecott picks. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens. Don't sleep on this one. There's a lot of great books. Can't wait to see what happens. But we got to go to gymnastics. We'll talk about Newbery when we get there.
To you sing to me. Books. Everybody find a seat. I'll read to you sing to me. We'll start in 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, here at gymnastics, the girls are all set, ready to go. 3.5-hour gymnastics practice. Isn't that crazy? It's nuts. On Friday, my daughter has a 4.5-hour practice. It's intense, but boy, do they love it. And it's so fun to see them grow and learn about hard work. And it's been a really fun experience to have gymnastics daughters. It's time to talk about the most prestigious award in children's literature, the John Newbery Medal. I love this award, and I love that last year it went to a favorite. I really feel like a lot of us in the Nerdy Book Club community were talking about The Girl Who Drank the Moon by the amazing and talented Kelly Barnhill as winning, and it did, and we were all shocked, because even though you think it's the front runner, what are the odds that a committee of, 12 to 14, I think it's 13, people are going to feel the same way as you did. So it was so exciting to hear Kelly's name be called that morning, and for her to win, and this beautiful book to find a shelf in every library pretty much in the country because it won this medal. It's a really big deal. You're going to sell a lot of books, but more importantly, a lot of kids are going to get to read it, and I'm so glad that this book won. I have 2 books that I'm really kind of crossing my fingers for that get a phone call for the Newbery Medal this year. The first one is Clayton Bird Goes Underground by Rita Williams Garcia. This book is pretty thin, but it packs a punch. It is exquisite. It is memorable. Clayton is unforgettable. His grandfather, who he's super close to and gets him, dies towards the very beginning of the book, and it really is heartbreaking for it to happen so soon in a book. You felt like you just loved this grandfather so much, and you just expected to be with him the entire book. I was shocked. And then Clayton's mom and Clayton are really just struggling to get along, and Clayton's mom does some things that just really break Clayton's heart, and it's just a wonderful story, and I I just loved every second. I think I read it in one sitting. I think it just feels perfect. Like there's not a word out of place. There's nothing in it that doesn't belong in it. There's nothing extra in it. It's just an amazing, amazing book. The book that I'm also really, I guess, rooting for, if I'm allowed to do that, is Orphan Island by Laurel Snyder. I felt reading this book the way that I felt the first time reading The Giver when I was in middle school. It's amazing, and I love that it's got kind of an ending that some people love, some people are frustrated with, some people maybe even hate, but I just love how much it makes you think. I am just so fascinated by this world that Laurel has created. I'm so intrigued by everything that happens, and I just love to think about it and to go back there in my head. I would be the happiest reader in the country if this book won something. And you know what, though, even if it doesn't win, it changes nothing. Like, sure, a sticker would look nice, but if it doesn't win a sticker, it's no less important, it's no less beautiful, it's no less distinguished. My final thoughts on the Newbery and Caldecott Medal are this. Some books you love will probably be honored. Some books you love probably won't. You'll probably be introduced to new books, and you'll be happy and you'll be disappointed, and you'll have all kinds of feelings if you love children's literature as much as you probably do if you're watching this video. What I want to say to you is if your book isn't chosen, the book that you love, the book that you feel is most distinguished isn't chosen, it doesn't change anything about that book. That book doesn't become less distinguished. But what that does mean is that book needs you even more as a champion. It needs you to talk about it more to kids. It needs you to talk about it more on social media. Because if that book means as much to you as Orphan Island and This House Once and Clayton Bird Goes Underground and After the Fall mean to me, we must book talk those books and get those in front of as many readers as possible. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting kids to fall in love with story, getting kids to fall in love with books, and getting kids to make this world a better place. Story is so powerful. Thanks for watching. Happy reading.